Welcome back to Newswatch. Well, Bonnie, you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers.
Gee, I wonder if that means we can expect a rainy weekend.
There's only one way to find out. Let's go to Justin at the Weather Center for more details. Justin?
Thanks, Bonnie and Jake. Well, looking at today, we can see that we're experiencing showers during the late afternoon. Temperatures are going to be around 62 degrees with winds blowing in at 9 miles per hour from the southeast. I would be thankful, however, because the average high for today is actually around 45 degrees. Now, that's not nearly as hot as the record high of degrees, which was set way back in 1934. Now, as the sun sets at about 7:57 p.m. tonight, expect the showers to continue pouring down with a high of around 47 degrees. Now, that's not nearly as low as the average low of 35 degrees and not nearly as blistering cold as the record low of 18 degrees set only 4 years ago, believe it or not. Now, let's take a look at our state view map for Friday's weather. Over in the west coast, we can see over in Ocean Shores, we are experiencing a high of 51 degrees with rain pretty much all day long. Now, the rain's going to start light and then become very steady as the day goes on. And there's also a chance of some thunder in the area. As we move further west towards Olympia, Seattle, and Bellingham, we'll also be experiencing cloudy skies early on with rain occurring in the afternoon. Temperatures for Olympia and Seattle will be at about 55 degrees, while Bellingham will be at about 58 degrees. Moving further east beyond the Cascades, we can see that Ellensburg is going to be about 66 degrees and Yakima will be around 63 degrees. Now, both of these regions will have mostly cloudy skies early on in the day, but towards the mid-afternoon, Mother Nature is going to start bringing on the rain. Over in eastern Washington, Moses Lake is looking at a high of 63 degrees with Spokane at about a high of 59 degrees. Now, these two cities are most likely to get more sun than anywhere else, but it won't be much. In the morning, there will be partly cloudy skies, and then you'll see overcast when the afternoon hits. Now, let's take a look at our pollen levels for Ellensburg. Well, it appears we have quite a mismatched stoplight of pollen levels, if you will. As you can see, tree pollen is quite moderate, while with the tree being very moderate, we've got grass that's also quite high. And then we have weed pollen, which is actually pretty low. Nonetheless, I would say for those of you with allergies, be very wary as you head outside tomorrow. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Now, Friday is the only oddball this week, with mostly cloudy skies earlier in the day that's going to turn into rain later on. Now, expect temperatures for this day to be at about a high of 66 and a low of 44. Now, the rest of our 5-day forecast is actually going to be consistently the same from the next 4 days after Friday. The only difference here will be temperature. For Saturday, expect a high of 75 degrees and a low of 48. Sunday will crank up the heat a little bit to a high of 79 degrees and a low of 52. And then Monday, it's going to cool down a little bit to about a high of 72 and a low of 43. And as we move on to Tuesday, we can expect a high of 62 and a low of 42. Overall, I'd say this heat is nice, but keep your raincoat and umbrella handy because things might just get a little wet this weekend. Jake and Bonnie, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Justin. I hope you're wrong about the rain.
After the break, find out if the Ellensburg High School baseball and softball team still remain undefeated.
Also, one very talented bulldog will be attempting to bark louder than the rest. We're going to stretch this inning out at 90 seconds. Stay tuned.